with this exciting NBA playoff series. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. You take a look at Los Angeles. They've already stolen the momentum in this series, winning game one now in the Campbell seat. Can they close it out here at home?
Kevin, folks will tell you that the closeout game is always the hardest in the playoffs. But when you've got a chance to close a team out, you've got to make sure that you're focused and determined to get it done. And you need to do that by taking advantage of the opportunity.
Absolutely. I mean, they've really got to feel like this is their chance to win the series. I mean, if they drop this one and have to go back to a hostile environment, chances are they're not going to come out on top.
A chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And so in the game for the Hawks, they've got Cephalosha. Kyle Korver's up there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Paul Millsap, and it's Muscala at the foul. Here's Los Angeles now. It's a three-point game. And an air ball on that one. Way off.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
Here is Paul. Following the basket by Paul Millsap. Paul outside. And the wide open shot from Redick. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Redick's got 6.
What a sweet assist by CP3.
And here's Schroeder. Back to Millsap. All sorts of time. One's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Jeff Green on the wing. Back to Paul. To the paint. Griffin dishes to Jordan. Shot clock at 3. There's the triple. It's Redick on the wing. Whistle blows. If that's going to be a travel. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Cephalosha kicks it over to Schroeder. Millsap falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Paul passes to Griffin. Back to Paul. Shot clock at 6. Griffin sets the screen for Redick. Knocks it loose. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's Schroeder. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And here's Korver from the arc. The shot no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Paul kicks to Jordan. Redick for 3. Rebounded by Cephalosha. Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep. Pass to Millsap. Double team on Millsap. Muscala dishes to Schroeder. Tipped away. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. Picked by Griffin. Redick passes to Griffin. Rebound, Atlanta.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Korver, good.
Gets that to go, but it's been a bumpy ride so far. Just 1 of 5 for him overall.
Paul kicks to Jordan. The dish to Reddick. Picked by Griffin. The drive by Green. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Green's got his first points of the night.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Out to the wing. Just 5 to shoot. He set the pick. Their passes to Muscat. And he misses his first shot. The Clippers in the lead. Paul outside. Jordan sets the pick for Paul. And they call an illegal screen here.
Oh, an illegal screen there. One of the toughest calls for an official to make.
And it is one of the toughest calls, but most of the time they do a good job with it. And you have to appreciate how officials get that one right more times than not.
Now here's Schroeder. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And so here are the Clippers. Here's Paul. Feeds to Reddick. Can't get it to go. Korver with the defensive effort. The Hawks shoot 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
You know what? They just are in a funk right now offensively. A good time to maybe come up with a play to get them a good look.
Well, most coaches, usually have a go-to speech or tactic that they can use when they need it most. So we'll see if that's the case here.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. Clippers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Paul kicks to Crawford. Back to Paul. Kicks it out to Crawford. Shoots from the corner. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
That's one he knows he should have threw.
Under from outside. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 5th rebound in this one. Paul goes in. Jordan with the screen on Heinrich. Patterson against Green. Clock at 6. Paul for 3. And Splitter pulls it down. The Hawks leading to the inside. Patterson, that's good.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Crawford dishes to Griffin. Passes it to Jordan. And he jams it with authority.
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too, and you've got an easy 2 points.
And able to just play well above the rim. I mean, that makes this guy so dangerous when he's in the game.
Griffin with the steal. And the pass to Paul. Lets it go with the 3. Action gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Hardaway for 3. And that one's good. Hardaway has got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Griffin a screen on Heinrich. The drive-by call. It's tipped. Hardaway with the steal. And Heinrich riding the magic carpet all the way to the other end. Paul passes to Griffin. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. The Hawks leading by 5. Now here's Heinrich. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. There's the pick. Double team on Millsap. Hardaway, no good. LA's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Outside, Green. No luck. Good work defensively by Millsap. Atlanta's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. There's the 3. That doesn't go either for Hardaway. Now Crawford. Green, the screen. And the wide open shot from Paul. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Right wing. Here's Hardaway. And there's the whistle. Foul hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Chris Paul picks up that one. Breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Hawks.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
For the Clippers, Cole Aldridge. He's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Pierce comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Rivers in for Chris Paul. Then for the Hawks, Scotty's checked in for Millsap. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Kirk Heinrich. Atlanta leading by 5. Hardaway, no good.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Crawford outside. Outside, Pierce. And it comes off the front of the rim.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Hardaway from outside. Atlanta gets it back. Fires from deep. That's good. Schroeder's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
The feed to Pierce. Outside, Green. 5 to shoot. Looking to end the drought. Rivers can't get it to go.
Boy, that's got to be deflating and disappointing to miss a wide open shot like that right in your wheelhouse.
Now here's Schroeder, guarded by Crawford. Schroeder with the ball. Shot from 12. Off the left rim and out.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Now here's Rivers. D right on him. And stolen by Splitter. Hardaway from outside. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Hawks lead by... It's the NBA playoffs. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action here in this game 2. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
Greg, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
Reddick and Crawford, the sharpshooters outside. Cole Aldridge is out there with Pierce. And it's Rivers in at the 1. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. That's the quarter. Tobias. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
It's Crawford with the drive. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Got a piece of it. Korver gets a wide-open look. That three off the mark. Clippers trail by 10. Rivers kicks to Crawford. He dishes it to Pierce. Shoots the three. And the shot is good. Pierce has got himself on the board with three there.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, you had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
Redick dishes to Rivers. Clippers moving the ball around. It will go down, and the Hawks lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Paul Pierce.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Scott with his screen on Rivers. The Hawks again can't hit.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the three, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Redick. Rebounded by Korver.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Korver's got 5 now.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
Pierce kicks to Redick. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. Dishes it to Rivers. That one a little long. Atlanta leading by 7. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And here's Schroeder. And Aldridge sends it back. And they're able to recover. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. So, for the Clippers, Griffin comes in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Paul in for Rivers. Paul kicks to Pierce. He feeds it to Griffin. And that one's good.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. There's Schroeder. And Aldridge sends it back. Paul with the ball. Now defended by Korver. Paul kicks to Griffin. It's stolen by Schroeder. Scott with a screen on Redick. And Scott now, top of the key. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Jordan, he's checked in for the Clippers. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Heinrich's checked in. And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Kirk Heinrich. Now here's Reddick. He has 6. Shot clock at 6. Pierce inside the three-point line. Atlanta with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Corbett for 3. No good. As the Clippers taking it the other way.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's his first foul. The Hawks leading by 7. Now Schroeder. Scott up top. He kicks to Schroeder. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Hawks shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. And the technical free throw is good. Mike Muscala is checked in for the Hawks. Heinrich comes in for Dennis Schroeder. Heinrich with it. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Cephalosha. Scored the basket. His 2nd of 2 attempts.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And offensively, they've been struggling. He just wants to get them back into a good flow and stop forcing shots.
Well, Greg, the misses started piling up. Things kind of snowballed on him in that regard. This is a good timeout to kind of calm his guys down and hit the reset button.
For the Hawks, Paul Millsap's checked in for Scott. For Cephalosha. Hardaway is subbed in for Kyle Korver. Clippers trail by 10. Paul passes to Jordan. Back to Paul. Jordan with this screen on Heinrich. Griffin down low. Millsap's there. And the dunk by Jordan.
I tell you what, you gotta love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Here is Paul after the basket by Atlanta. Reddick dishes to Griffin. Paul kicks to Griffin. "13 feet away." Rebounded by the Hawks. Kicks it to Muscala. 3-pointer. Good, and Heinrich gets the assist. Muscala's got 5 points in the quarter.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Now here's Paul. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And the Clippers making a switch here. Green's checked in. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Thabo Cephalosha is checked in for the Hawks. Now here's Paul. Pass to Griffin. Jeff Green on the wing. Kicks it out to Paul. And he converts the layup.
You know, guys, I would call that methodical but explosive. You know, he waits for the opportunity and then boom, right to the rack.
Heinrich passes to Muscala. There's the screen. And that one's good. Millsap. Millsap's got the lead up to 13 now for the Hawks.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And it's Paul penetrating. That's good. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
How sweet was that? Honey sweet. Paul with great form.
Here's Millsap in Atlanta again with the bucket.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it? And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
And the Clippers call time here. One guy who's been getting it done is Paul Millsap.
I mean, he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
And the Hawks making a change here. Schroeder's checked in. Here's Paul. To the middle. Here's Griffin. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That's good. That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. That's good from Blake Griffin. The Hawks leading by 10. And here's Schroeder. There's a good screen. It's stolen by Green. Paul outside. And they double up Paul. From 20 feet out. And good as it comes through the hoop. Griffin's got it back down to single digits for Los Angeles. There's Schroeder. Outside Hardaway. Muscala. This is to Schroeder. Feeds it to Millsap. 4 on the shot clock. And he uses the glass on the layup. Millsap's got 10 points in the game.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
And it's Paul penetrating. At the elbow, Griffin. They set the screen. It's up a 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Millsap's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories. Rebounds just being one of them.
Another 3 for Atlanta.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
It's Redick on the wing. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Splitter is checked in for Mike Muskala. We've got 1:23 left here in the second. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. 1:22 left in the first half of the game. Now here's Schroeder to the paint. Deflects the pass. Splitter, that's good.
They're working in closer to the bucket here in the second.
Well, the threes weren't falling early, and sometimes seeing a few easier ones go in can renew that confidence.
Rivers kicks to Green. There's the dish to Rivers to end the run. Rebound by the Hawks. Splitter's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
They brought up their three-point percentage this quarter. They're shooting it well right now. The defense may need to think about making some kind of adjustment to slow that down.
Picked by Griffin. Kicks it out to Crawford. Clock is at 3. There's Green with the 3. But they recover it. Great D that time from Hardaway. Schroeder passes to Cephalosha. Offline from the top of the key. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Hawks on top. They lead by 18. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Welcome back as we get set to continue our coverage of this round 1 playoff matchup.
What a performance from Millsap here. He's got 13 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
And we welcome you back to our coverage of round 1 in the NBA playoffs. You know, Paul Millsap has been exceptional here, guys.
And everything magnified in a game of this magnitude. The microscope clearly on their go-to guy, and he came up huge in that first half.
That's what he's known for. Does not shy away from the marquee. His ability to raise his game according to the situation is what separates him.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Muskala is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Thabo Cephalosha. And it's Korver in the shooting guard position. Crawford dishes to Griffin. Crawford drives in. It's stolen by Korver. Here's Schroeder. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Pass to Green from downtown. And that one's good. Green's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Clippers. Schroeder kicks to Millsap. Now here is Cephalosha, guarded by Green. And Millsap, here we go. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Millsap's got 15 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now here's Crawford. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Releases. Can't get it to go. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Cephalosha with it. And Crawford picks him up defensively. Millsap past the Schroeder. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And the shot is good. Muscala's got 9.
Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
And the Clippers call time here. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. Pierce comes in for Blake Griffin. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And Paul subbed in for Rivers. Paul dishes to Redick. Jordan the screen. Goes up at the stripe. Rebounded by Cephalosha.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
The pass to Schroeder. Outside Millsap. Soft touch off the glass. Millsap's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, they're losing the battle in the paint.
Paul kicks to Jordan. Jordan the screen. The drive by Green. Paul outside. Lets it go with the 3. And again, no good by the Clippers.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Now here's Green. He has 5. Jordan gets to Green. And Pierce, here we go. And Green slams it in.
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too, and you've got an easy 2 points.
And able to just play well above the rim. I mean, that makes this guy so dangerous when he's in the game.
And here's Cephalosha for 3. And he gets it to go. Cephalosha's got 7 points in the game. Paul passes to Green. And that's a foul. It's called on Thabo Cephalosha. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's the screen. Paul outside. Back to Jordan. They kick it out to Green. Clock at 4. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Now here's Schroeder, defended by Paul. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Now here's Redick. He has 6. Pierce attacking. Got a hand on it. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Just 4 to shoot. Redick inside the line. Not enough on that one as it misses.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now here's Millsap. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Paul dishes to Redick. Jordan sets the pick for Redick. Over in the corner, Green. Los Angeles with another miss. The Hawks leading by 22. Schroeder with the ball. Chris Paul covering. Here's Millsap. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
Yeah, just used his strength there to get the post position without much fight from the defense.
Yeah, I think he's got to do a much better job next time of just bodying up. Get some muscle into him.
Now, here's Green. He had his back to the basket for over 5. That'll be a turnover. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Pierce. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. And Patterson kicks to Heinrich. The feet to Hardaway. Pass to Millsap. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Paul passes to Redick. Picked by Griffin. And it's Paul penetrating. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It will be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Splitter dishes to Millsap. Patterson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've also jumped on any opportunity they've had to attack the basket tonight. I mean, excellent penetration.
The Clippers really having a tough go here. Paul kicks to Jordan. Dishes to Griffin. Jordan the screen. 6 to shoot. Here's Paul. Again, the miss by Paul.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
Now Splitter. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. First trip to the line for him here. And that one falls for Splitter. And Splitter drops them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
And it's Paul penetrating. Green passes to Paul. They kick it out to Green. The tray. But they'll get another chance.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Millsap down low. Guarded by Green. And that one's good. Millsap.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And really just trying to take the wind out of their sails here, I think. You know, they're on the wrong end of a run and need to just kind of exhale.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to stop the bleeding. Things were starting to spiral completely out of control. And I think a timeout was a no-brainer there.
One guy who's been getting it done is Paul Millsap.
He's on fire. And they needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
Pierce is checked in for the Clippers. Atlanta also making some changes here. Scotty's checked in for Millsap. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Kirk Heinrich. Paul dishes to Jordan. Back to Paul. He feeds it to Redick. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. 4 on the clock. And it's good off the back rim and in. 8 points for Paul Pierce.
That mid-range jumper is just another one of his weapons. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here's Paul. 7 points in the game. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got 3 assists tonight.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Splitter kicks to Patterson. And it's blocked by Jordan. Pass to Redick. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound. Hawks have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far. Just above 50%. Looking to end his cold spell. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. For Atlanta, they have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. First one falls for him. Schroeder hits them both. 1:44 left to play in the third. Paul kicks to Redick. Outside Griffin. That's tipped. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. And that one's good. Schroeder. Schroeder's got 4 points this quarter.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Outside Pierce. Clock at 6. Paul with the 3. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got 4 assists in the game.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Now here's Schroeder. 10 points for him. Left side Hardaway. Fires the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Pierce inside the 3-point line. The wing jumper off target.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Schroeder with the ball. Good if it goes. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. The Hawks on top, running away with it. And we're back to the action here in this round 1 matchup. Atlanta shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Pierce out there with Johnson. Then it's Crawford. Then there's Cole Aldrich. And it's Rivers in the 1 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Shot clock at 6. Korver passes to Scott. Lets it go. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Scott's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Johnson dishes to Rivers. And it's Johnson penetrating. And that one's good.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
And that one falls for Johnson. The Hawks leading by 23. Heinrich outside. Hawks passing it around. And it's Rivers with the rebound. Rivers has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Crawford kicks to Rivers. Baseline J on the way. Heinrich against Rivers. Outside, Scott. Cephalosha passes to Scott. Shot clock at 5. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The Clippers shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. And Kirk Heinrich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. For the Clippers, Griffin's checked in for Pierce. And it's Green in for Wesley Johnson. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Millsap's checked in. Rivers with it. He's picked up by Heinrich. Picked by Griffin. Here's Rivers. Off the left rim and out.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
He's whistled for the 5-second back to the basket violation.
Yeah, I guess when you're up this big, you can afford to get a little sloppy.
Left side, Griffin. Crawford outside. He dishes it to Rivers. Rob. Right side, Korver. Heinrich kicks to Millsap. Shot to end this cold run. That is good. Millsap's got 10 points here in the second half.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Rivers sets the pick for Green. To the middle. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Plenty of space. Three-pointer, Heinrich. And it's good.
And that's not the way for a team to get back into a game, giving up open shots like that.
Rivers kicks to Crawford. Feeds it to Aldridge. 6 on the shot clock. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Hawks have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And here's Korver from the arc. Clippers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Rivers dishes to Aldridge. Brink kicks to Rivers. Picked by Griffin. Rivers passes to Green. Deep 2 from Crawford. Second chance shot. Knocks it loose. Cephalosha with the steal. Heinrich, right side. He kicks to Cephalosha. Inside. The dish to Millsap. And that one's good. Millsap's got 4 points this quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Crawford drives in. Bank shot, no good.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Heinrich outside. Out to the right wing. Cephalosha with it. Now Green defending. Right block shot. And Aldridge sends it back. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Kicks it to Rivers. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. Hits the target from 18 feet.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Rivers again. Heinrich passes it to Cephalosha. It's stolen by Green. Now the Clippers moving it up. Crawford leading the charge. Can't get it to fall. Hawks have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Finished off the break. Crawford's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Rivers with it. Now defended by Korver. Here's Griffin. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. And that one's good. Millsap. Millsap's got 14 points now in the second half.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
It's stolen by Heinrich. Outside Korver. Millsap misses.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Crawford against Heinrich. Crawford's shot is good.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Heinrich outside. At the top of the key, Millsap. They set the pick. The 3 from Korver. Rebound by Aldridge.
He has yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
Rivers dishes to Crawford. They kick it out to Green. Shot clock at 3. Offensive rebound.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half. And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Rivers again. It's Heinrich. Rivers kicks to Griffin. There's the pass to Rivers. The 10-footer. Griffin can't get it to go in.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
Millsap's against Green. Millsap misses.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Rivers kicks to Green. Millsap with the steal. Korver with it. And Crawford picks him up defensively. And here's Heinrich. Here's Korver. Shot is off. Great D that time from Green. Crawford kicks to Rivers. Back to Crawford. And there's the feed to Griffin. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. That's good.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Paul Pierce is checked in for Griffin. And it's Johnson in for Green. There's a good screen. Here's Schroeder. And Muscala kicks it over to Schroeder. Atlanta again missing. The Clippers should be just 33%, struggling to get good looks.
And guys, that's going to wrap it up. Fans are piling out the exits. Obviously a huge win here in Game 2 for the Hawks.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Paul Millsap. And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
Here's Scott, and he banks in the layup.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Pass to Muscala. Hardaway with it. And Crawford picks him up defensively. And it's Pablo Prigioni with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was. Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
There's Crawford with the three. Misses there. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. A big playoff win for them, but what isn't, Greg, big in the postseason, huh?
Great point. I really just love the composure with which they played tonight. It's easy to get too keyed up for postseason basketball, but they kept their heads and just went about the business of winning.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference.